Welcome back to the national championship.
This is our national championship between LMU and TCU. You can see all the pairs streaming live on ESPN+. We've got to get quickly to the three pairs right now. Navis and Jesus Kisa are 2 points away from wrapping it up on this court. Navis, nobody on. Luini sets up Cora. Blocked by Jesus Kisa, and it is match point TCU.
LMU had a point-scoring opportunity. They dug the ball on open net, but freshman from Spain, Jesus Kisa, with a huge block stop.
This duo for TCU clinched the win yesterday in the semifinals against Cal Poly. Luini coming in, fires down the line. Second match point for TCU.
TCU was daring Luini to go down that line. Navis was supposed to be sprinting over there, but too much heat on that one from LMU.
Navis saw them pulling. Went soft roll shot. TCU leads the duel 2-1.
This pair for TCU, Navis and Jesus Kisa, has won a point for their team in every single duel. They have been clutch.
TCU needs to win on one more court to win its first national title on the beach. The 1 pairs and the 5 pairs are the only 2 left. Both courts in a timeout. The ones, we saw Schaefer and Paloyo of LMU win that first set against the Olympians, Alvarez and Moreno, and Madison has been keeping an eye on this court.
And TCU has really taken the lead in this set because they've been rolling defensively, and this is what makes this team so lethal. The physicality of Alvarez at the net and the speed of Moreno behind. And what LMU is trying to do to combat this is they're mixing up a lot of options, a lot of on-twos in transition inside out. And what that did was force TCU to call a timeout.
So how do they respond out of this timeout? Michelle Schaefer behind the service line. Daniela Alvarez, the National Player of the Year.
In the first set, we saw LMU go every ball at Moreno, and Moreno wasn't passing up the ball far enough, but good pass and execution by Alvarez on that last side out.
Daniela Alvarez was the highest-rated recruit in TCU history. She's wanted to come to the U.S. since age 9 to play here. And now the National Player of the Year.
TCU pair walked over to check the ball mark. Recognized that it was wide, barely.
One of the benefits to playing in the sand, you can see exactly where the ball landed. Moreno.
Wow. Hard to hit on the pin, down the line with a block in front of you. Watch Paloya, she's there, but she gives a little sliver of line, and Tanya Moreno takes it.
And a beautiful bump set by Alvarez to get her up close to the net.
Really nice.
TCU has to win this set to force a 3rd set on this court. One arm save from Alvarez. Can't get it back over.
Good hustle by Moreno to try and bring that ball back into the court.
Bringing off the sand off of her glasses. Very fine sand here at Gulf Shores. Service error. Alvarez goes at Schaefer. And then sprinted to the net to get that block.
Daniela Alvarez knew that because she was serving running to the net that they had an on-to opportunity, but she got up there quick enough to shut it down.
Schaefer will try again, this time going over the block, learning from her last swing.
Good pass there, and then a high line over Daniela Alvarez. Daniela Alvarez, as a blocker for TCU, doesn't do a lot of fancy stuff, but that time just tries to go high to slow down the line and can't get it.
Rachel Schaefer wins that battle at the net, a seventh-year player, a second-team All-American. She's 24 years old. It'll be set point TCU trying to force a third set. Looking at the fives, Rosenthal and Paletti Corrales up on TCU. Don, what have you noticed at the fives?
That LMU is absolutely on fire. Their assistant coach pointed out in a technical timeout that Stacey Reeves for TCU is going away from her tendencies, so they had to be more aware to see what she was doing. Since then, LMU has just gone on a run, a multi-point run, and that's serving tough as usual.
All right, we'll get back to the fives in just a moment. TCU has forced a third set at the one pairs.
Incredible. What a response from the Olympians from TCU. Both playing at a really high level. They made some adjustments in the second set.
And then quickly back to the fives. What a block from Konstantinova.
Two true freshmen in this match. Stacey Reeves, number 6 in black for TCU, and Tannen Rosenthal, number 1 for LMU.
Here's Rosenthal. Reeves there to dig her. One arm saved by Rosenthal. Gotta go over, and it just barely does. Konstantinova, yes! Angle so sharp.
That was an impossible angle cut shot by Konstantinova. What a big point for TCU. Looked like Stacey Reeves might option that ball. Look where that ball goes. Perfect placement. This is all about hand contact. You see the defense pull off the net. That's just too sharp.
Timeout is called. LMU up 18-15, but here comes TCU. LMU has never won a championship in any sport. TCU is looking for their first title on the beach. It would be a 6th national championship in school history. This will be the first year in the NCAA history of beach volleyball that UCLA and USC will not be our champion. LMU beat both of them yesterday.
I'm listening in on this LMU bench. Cesar Barnatti, the assistant coach for LMU, is saying, look, focus on your first contact and create some movement offensively. He thinks that utilizes the strengths of this LMU pair, and I would agree. Their ball control is so good. They can both have fantastic hands, and they can run whatever they want offensively.
And John Mayer said that they have a really dynamic offense. What does that mean?
They can do anything. They can run different tempos. They can run behind because they're both excellent hand setters.
A timeout here at the 5 pairs. The ones are about to start that third set. They have not yet. We will get you over there once they do. TCU leads this duel 2-1. You need 3 points to win. LMU will have to win at the 2 remaining courts.
Head coach for TCU with his pair 5. Trying to get them locked in on what they need to do to score points.
Rosenthal running behind.
There it is. That's exactly what their assistant coach wanted them to do. Tannen Rosenthal, perfect pass, and then her partner delivers the back set. You see the blocker on the other side of the net for TCU chasing, and she can't catch up with that play. That is the dynamic offense they want to run.
Now the Olympian will serve for LMU, represented Paraguay in Paris. Stacey Reeves!
TCU running their offense out of the middle of the court. This LMU pair doesn't have a huge block. Really put some pressure, and then Stacey Reeves takes a huge swing off the top of the head of Paletti Corrales.
So the only two courts in action still are the 5 pairs and the 1 pairs. The ones have started that set 3. But we are close to closing out set 2 here at the 5s, so we stay here. The ones have called a timeout just to update you. The TCU leading 3-0. Hustling, Castanova. LMU has a match point. Trying to even up the duel are Rosenthal and Paletti Corrales. And Constantinova may have gotten a little sand in the mouth.
Yeah, it looks like it, a little sandwich.
It's long. LMU evens up the duel. 2 points apiece, so everyone will start sprinting to watch the ones. That is where the championship will be decided.
Incredible. Something we thought we might see today. These pairs and teams match up so well.
For the first time since the 2016 championship, the 1 pairs will decide who is our national champion. 2 Olympians for TCU, facing 2 outstanding players in Schaefer and Paloya for LMU. Alvarez and Moreno went up 3-0. It forced LMU into a timeout. We are playing to 15 points. They will switch sides every 5 points. Schaefer can't get around Alvarez. Her block wins out, and that's the first point in this set for LMU.
Nice transition block, stopping a point opportunity for TCU. Anna Paloya. First the coverage. This is a scramble play there, but Anna Paloya, beautiful stop.
Moreno just crushed that.
LMU needs to take care of the seam between blocker and defender.
And what a wild season that these 2 for TCU have had. In just the last year alone, they have played on the highest stage, the Olympics for Team Spain, finishing 5th in Paris. And now back at TCU, making history for the Horned Frogs, getting them to their first championship appearance, and now it comes down to their court.
That time, Daniela Alvarez, the blocker for TCU, pulled off the net, daring Michelle Schaefer to put that ball away. Big swing from number 3.
With only going to 15 points, man, it goes quickly. Service error.
We talk about the game within the game, managing side switches. In the 3rd set, it's just little games of 5. If you're LMU, you want to try and score these next 3 points to tie it up.
Moreno serves in the middle of the court. Paloya. Not today, says Alvarez!
I like that LMU tried to run it out of the middle, put a little bit more pressure on Alvarez, but the block, move, and read by Daniela Alvarez, too good. TCU turning up the service pressure. I like it. That one just dropped in between the 2 players. A little communication breakdown.
How much do you think playing on that Olympic stage helps Moreno and Alvarez right now when the pressure is on them.
This TCU pair has been in the toughest of situations on a world stage against the world's best. They've responded well after losing the first set, so I think it prepares them really well.
Schaefer will backset Paloya. Nobody on. Where does Alvarez go? Poke shot!
How about Daniela Alvarez coming off the net? She's known for her blocking. This time, right-handed poke. She's a left-handed player, but that's her full extension to clear the block of Paloya.
The Division I men's and women's lacrosse selection shows are tonight at 9 and 9:30 Eastern on ESPNU. For more information on the NCAA Women's Beach Volleyball Championship and lacrosse, visit NCAA.com, your home for all 90 NCAA championships. They switch sides here. It all comes down to this court to decide who is our national champion. Wow, Moreno got there in time. Off the net tape. Schaefer tried to save it with one hand. It is 9-2 TCU.
What a start for the TCU pair, and they're making it happen. I'm not sure why LMU has not called a timeout yet, just to slow the momentum.
Only playing to 15 points. And a major hole for LMU to climb out of. That's a start.
What a set from Anna Paloya to the net, and Michelle Schaefer stays aggressive. She's got one of the best blockers in the world in front of her, but turns it away from her in the sharp angle.
Service error.
Boy, and this is just wide, going for it, trying to pin Moreno on that wide sideline.
TCU, the number 2 seed. For some reason, the last few years, they have not played their best volleyball here in Gulf Shores. That has changed this year, and now they are 5 points away from a title. What a save! Schaefer has to readjust. It doesn't matter.
What a play from Michelle Schaefer. She was set outside the antenna. Just goes a little bit wide, but she's 2 down. Win in the fiddle, hit deep middle. Michelle Schaefer does just that.
What a save, Holly. I love it.
Trying to teach you something, Courtney.
Pass up to Moreno off the tape. 11-4, Horned Frogs.
Moreno way off the net. She needs to finish that pass a little bit more forward, but saves it with a good swing middle.
Neither one of these programs have won a beach volleyball championship. LMU has never won a championship in any sport. For TCU, they are trying to win their 6th NCAA championship, their first on the beach.
Well done by Michelle Schaefer. She runs basically a 4-set, which is a little bit inside, and works her way around Alvarez down that line. This is when LMU needs to rely on their serving, and it has to be aggressive.
That's what their program is known for. Service error. TCU needs 3 more points. Rolled to the line, LMU.
This TCU pair does almost the same thing defensively all the time, and that's block line. They dare her to hit a line shot over. Not a lot of variations, and LMU knows that, so they're just hitting that high line shot.
Moreno had to get that out of the net. Schaefer up. Alvarez will get the attack.
Daniela Alvarez, so efficient, gets off the net, she's balanced, controls the dig, and then that high line shot from the lefty all day long.
The ABCA National Player of the Year. An opportunity here for TCU. It's in! Championship point, Horned Frogs!
All right, this is it.
In transition, the last few points for the TCU pair, the ABCA.
All right, this is down to this. If we make this championship point and we are the crown champions, here we go now. Our teammates are still waiting for the win, for the championship. Here we go. Who will it be? No! We done it all! We're the champions! Yes! Our history has begun! We did it! We done it! We did it! We done it! We done it! We done it all! We done it all! Yes! We did it! I knew we can do it! Told ya!
TCU. What a run for the Horned Frogs.
We won our first national title for the first time in our program history! Congratulations, TCU Horned Frogs, on the win and the championship!
On a mission this year, they had so much experience. 6 players with over 100 wins. This was their best chance to win, and they took care of business.
12 seniors on this TCU roster. They get it done. For LMU, a historic season, a program record for wins with 38 wins this year. Their first ever appearance in the national championship duel.
Both programs need to be really proud of what they've been able to accomplish. And I mean, it came down to the last match on court 1, and that's what everybody wants to see.
First time in this tournament since the 2016 championship that the one pair decided it. And how fitting to have such experience there. 2 Olympians for TCU. They came out in that third set, all gas, no brakes.
And they struggled the first set. They did not play their best volleyball, but Tanya Moreno and Daniela Alvarez turned things around, started serving the ball better. Daniela Alvarez, we saw her block some balls, we saw her get off the net and dig and transition balls, and that was the difference.
The best feeling they've had doing that chant as national champions. Their head coach, Hector Gutierrez, is with Dawn.
Yeah, the best feeling I know, hugging your daughter. Coach, the first time ever you told me how much you trusted this experienced team. What's this moment like for you with this group?
Well, it's obviously a lot of emotions, a lot of work behind it, a lot of alumni. Thank you to you guys. This is a piece of you too. A lot of people who believe in the program when we went 0-11 the first year, and then here we are. So thank you to all the alumni, all the players on the line that they didn't have a lot of time to play, but they knew we need them. And this is the moments. This is the moments when you need a team. We need a team culture. We need like a school behind you. TCU has done amazing things for us. So we're really thankful. Girls are beyond amazing, responding to the stress, responding to the moment. And all I can say, I'm really proud of them. I'm really very, very proud of everybody who has played for me and for TCU. And of course, my family, right? The family is the biggest joy, but this is for sure the second biggest joy I ever had.
Coach, it's your top pair that gets it done. Alvarez, Moreno, what have they meant to this program?
It's one of the it's one of the stories that end up well. It's a perfect circle. Daniela was the first player who decided to come to us like world-class player. Like she believed in the future. She believed what I presented to her, and she was the beginning of everything. Tanya came a year after, and that's what everything started to go all the way up. And having them finishing how they finished, because we can't forget that they're here because they want to be here. They couldn't be in Europe playing professionally, but they say, no, we're going to go back to TCU, we're going to win. Because the school have done a lot of good things for us, we want to pay them back. And when I saw they went to Core 1, I was like, okay, this is it. They deserve it. They deserve to enjoy this. A lot of up and downs, a lot of like moments of, hey, what we're doing here, we should be playing somewhere else, but I'm really glad the team won and extremely happy for those two because how it ended up for them is an amazing story.
I'll let you go celebrate with this cutie.
Go Pros!
Let's check in with Madison Fitzpatrick, who is with the winning pair, Mads.
All right, you led TCU to its first ever national championship. Can you put into words what this moment means for you?
That's going to be hard because I don't know if you see behind the camera, but you don't find this anywhere else in the world. And what we're feeling right now just brings me goosebumps and tears too, if you can see it. So I'm so proud of the team, the program, my partner, and what college sport is and means to us.
This program, this family, it's given us so much over the past 4, 5, 6 years. And I mean, ending our last ever TCU game, clinching the national championship is surreal.
You're Olympians, now you're national champions. When you look back at this year, what makes you the most proud?
Just what TCU has given us, the opportunities, how we grew with the team, with the coaches, and we wouldn't be here without them. So we're just so grateful and happy for all the opportunities that we had during the way and how we managed to find the good things about everything. And I don't have any more words.
You guys have been putting in the work year in and year out, and you did it. How hard has this team worked as a unit to get this done?
I always said it, this team, there's so many amazing girls and so many supportive staff. And I mean, having all those girls pushing you to be better every single day, it's a blessing. And I mean, there's been so many injuries this year, and even Tanya had to sit out for a month. So I'm really proud of how we overcome everything, how Tanya worked worked so hard to be in this moment and try to be a little bit more healthy. And I mean, I'm so proud of everyone.
Congratulations, so well deserved. Celebrate with your team.
Thank you so much.
Courtney.
Go Preds!
National champions for the very first time. The emotions they are feeling right now, can't even imagine. It came down to the ones, Daniela Alvarez and Tanya Moreno, the Olympians, helping this TCU experienced team bring home history.
We could be champions.